That's cross-legged position, however feels good to you. Do be aware of what leg you have in front of you. And then try to find a nice long spine. If you need to, you can roll up your mat or use a pillow or just a little bit of up to find that nice long spine. Once you're there, bring your shoulders down and back. And then breathe, simple breaths. In a clean air room, giving us that simple thing, breath. Making us realize how important the breath is. And as you do this, imagine your breath flowing through your arms, through your legs, down to your toes. And on the exhale, right back through the body. We're gonna do this a few more times. At your own pace, just following your breath through your body. Noticing, feeling a little more energy as you do this. Tracing your breath, filling up the chest, the belly, through the legs. However uniquely your breath moves through your body, imagine it. Even a color maybe, light blue, white. Continue this breath. I'm going to start music. You may be able to hear it. I hope so. We'll see. Next, inhale, bring your arms up, shoulders down and back. Keep them lengthened to the sky. And then we'll sway over to your left side, placing your left palm on the ground, opening up the side body. You can even gaze up towards your fingers. Nice open stretch, heart opening, chest opening. Breathe here. On the exhale, follow your arm taking you around in front of you. Dropping your head, tailbones grounded, arms out in front. You can play, I have my hands in a teepee here, which is just lengthening the underarms. You can also place them flat on the ground and totally relax forward. One more breath here. And then roll up straight, back to where we started. Inhale, arms rise up. And then over to the right side, placing the right palm on the ground, stretching the left side body. And then gaze up towards your fingertips, opening up the chest. Breathe here. And then exhale, placing your hand down in front of you, walking yourself back to this forward stretch. One more breath here. And then slowly walk yourself back, standing upright. Not standing, sitting upright. And then roll your shoulders forward and then back. Just loosening up the shoulders and the scapula. And then the other direction. From here, place your hands on the ground and then try to move your rib cage around. Your chest and your ribs. As your hips hold you up, freely move this upper part of your body. And then other direction. Just warming up the body here. Back to center. Inhale, arms or eyes up. Exhale, place your hands on the mat. We'll come to child's pose. So open up your knees nice and wide and then sit back, toes together. Arms reached out in front of you. Allow your hips to rest here. Dropping your head, breathing, that breath following through your body. 2 more breaths here. Next inhale, place your hands on the ground. Pick yourself up to tabletop position. Make sure your hands are right below your shoulders. Your knees are right below hips. From here, wag your tail from side to side. This time, starting to move the lower part of your spine. And then, let your head and your glutes follow around in a circle. They're like painting a circle. Your body should follow suit, feeling this natural movement. And then the other direction. Waking up the full spine now. Now coming to a tabletop position, nice and still. We'll find cat-cow. So inhale, drop your lips, look up, cow. Exhale, cinch your belly button to your spine, curving. Gaze towards your belly button. Inhale, cow, gaze up. Exhale, cat. Now, I encourage you to find a little more movement here. Maybe it's just picking yourself up a little more forward for the cow. Bending back, flowing through a bigger cat. Try to find that creativity. Just listening to your body. Maybe one thing feels good. Follow that, which may lead to another. Bringing curiosity into our practice here. Just a few more cat-cows in this exploration mode. In together, cow pose. Inhale here. Tuck your toes, down dog, hips to the sky. Our first down dog, be gentle here. Bending your knees. Walking your dog out is what they call this. Maybe lifting both heels and then pressing them into the mat or toward the mat a little more. 5 breaths here, allowing your gaze to be somewhere near the middle of the mat. Your neck should feel relaxed. Hands and toes pressing into the mat. Maybe full feet pressing into the mat. Pressing down, feeling the arms lengthen, the legs lengthen. Maybe your knees are slightly bent because what's most important is your back is lengthened. Tailbone, the highest point of your body. Deep body breaths. Completing those 5 breaths, we'll start walking gently towards our hands. As soon as you get there, bend your knees and then lengthen just to a point where your upper body can rest forward. Once you're there, grasp your elbows, drop your head, ragdoll. Swing side to side, allowing the spine and the upper body to relax towards the earth. Next, inhale, dropping your arms, rolling up through each vertebrae, standing tall, mountain pose to start. Bringing in meditation here, shoulders in line with hips, in line with ankles. Arms at your side, palms forward. Feeling the earth hold you up. Maybe pick up your toes and then press them back into the mat. Feeling your full foot, every part of it in the mat. As your crown reaches high, one more breath here. Inhale, arms reach up, shoulders down and back, up, salute. We're gonna find this little side stretch again. So over to your right, dropping your head, feeling that side stretch. Now gaze up towards your fingertips, chest opening. Should feel a little curve in your back here as well. Inhale here, exhale, release. Next inhale, both arms come up and then over to the left side. From here, gaze up towards your fingertips. Chest opening to the sky. Exhale. Inhale, both arms come up to heart center. One breath here, pressing your palms together while your shoulders down and back. Inhale, arms reach up, salute. Exhale, swan dive, arms come down. From here, walk out to a push-up position. We'll stay here for one more breath, feeling your belly button pressed to your spine. Now with control, lowering down. Try to get your hips to be the very last part. And then when you get there, let yourself relax. Maybe move your hips from side to side. One more breath here. And then place your hands by your chest. Press into the hands, lift the upper body, cobra. Exhale back down. We'll do this 2 more times. Upper body lifts, legs in front of feet, press into the mat. One more cobra. Exhale, back down. Next, inhale, lift up to a tabletop position. From here, we'll wag our tail once more. And then inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat pose. Inhale, cow, tuck your toes. Exhale, down dog. Hips to the sky. Walking out our down dog, finding that place that feels just right. One more breath here. Walk your feet towards your hands. When you get there, bend your knees and lengthen. Roll up through each vertebrae. Arms sweep up, salute to heart center. As you're in heart center, place an intention for today's class. Maybe it's staying positive in the unknown. Maybe it's just to take a moment for yourself and connect with breath. Arms reach up, salute. Exhale, swan dive down. This time, stay here, allowing your forward fold. So with forward fold, our arms are dropped, our head is dropped. You really want to feel your upper body relaxed towards your legs and towards the earth. So maybe a bend of the knees is part of your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins, extend your spine. Exhale, forward fold again. From here, step back to a push-up position. One more breath here. Belly button to spine, pressing your hands down in the mat, toes down in the mat. Maybe it's 2 inhales. And on the next exhale, lower with control. Once again, try that. Hips are the last thing to come to the mat. Straight from here, find your hands by your chest. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, back down. Now I invite you to come a little higher this time in your cobra. Finding a deeper curve for the spine. Same cobra position, but just bringing the body up a little more. Exhale, back down. Inhale, press your hands, rise up to tabletop position. Find those circles, head and tail lead. In another direction. Beautiful. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, toes tucked. Down dog. One more breath here. Inhale, right leg to the sky, three-legged dog. Toes are facing down. Your leg is as long as you can make it. Pressing your hands into the earth. Nice long spine. Feeling this line. Inhale here. Exhale, bring your knee forward. Kiss your knee. And then rise right back up to three-legged dog. Exhale forward. Bring your foot between both hands. Low lunge. From here, I want you to first make sure that your alignment is proper. So your knee is right above your ankle. From here, drop your left knee down, keeping your hips heavy. We're gonna sway through half Hanuman, which is half split. We're gonna sit back, lengthening the right leg. Dropping your head, focusing on this stretch. Right hip is down and back, so your hips are in line here. Now play with what you like. Maybe your foot likes to be a little more pointed, or does it like to be flexed? This just helps with different stretching. So notice what feels good to your body and go there. Now that we've found half Hanuman, we're gonna sway through back and forth. So coming forward, dropping those hips. Try to lengthen your upper body. Inhale here. Exhale, sit back to your half Hanuman. 2 more times. Inhale forward. Exhale, half Hanuman. Inhale forward. Exhale, half Hanuman. And then coming forward once more, we'll find that low lunge, so lengthening your back leg. From here, we're gonna pick ourselves up to a triangle. So what that means is we're just gonna bring our left leg up a little bit and then lengthen your right leg. We should be facing the same direction, so toes are facing the same way. Now, you might need a bend of the knees, which is fine. You wanna feel your upper body curving forward, everything in the same direction. From here, step your left foot back to meet your right foot, forward fold. Bending your knees and lengthening. Rolling up through each vertebrae, arms rise, absolute. This time, find a heart opener to the sky. And then arms come to heart center, pressing your palms together, shoulders down and back, one breath. Inhale, arms reach, absolute. Exhale, swan dive. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, our first chaturanga. So we step back to a push-up position, and in the same exhale, lower down. Inhale, cobra, or if you're ready, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Walking out your down dog. Inhale, left leg to the sky, reach it high. Toes are down towards the earth, palms pressing into the mat. Feel that long line. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, three-legged dog, left leg to the sky. Exhale, left knee comes forward, placing your foot between both hands, the low lunge. From here, make sure your knee's in line with ankle, and then drop your back leg. We'll do our half Hanuman on this side. Making sure your hips are dropped, sit back. Dropping your head, feeling the stretch on your left leg now. I'm gonna switch around. So I'm facing you correctly. Oops. Okay, now from here, make sure both hips are back if you haven't already. Feeling that stretch that you want on this side. Maybe foot is pointed or flexed. Now keeping the hips low, we'll come forward. Inhale here, Try to extend the spine, maybe even look up. Exhale, half Hanuman. Inhale, forward. Exhale, half Hanuman. Inhale, forward. Exhale, half Hanuman. Inhale, forward, meeting back in our low lunge. So extending that right leg this time, feeling the strength of this lunge. Now, with control, pick your right leg up just a little bit so that it comes to a triangle pose. Both toes are facing the same way. You can bend your knees if that feels good, but try to drop your upper body towards your left leg. One more breath here. Now, look forward slightly and bring your right leg to meet your left leg. Bending your knees and lengthening. Bringing your hands over to the right side, stretching the side body. And then over to the left side. And forward. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arm sweep up while you sit back, chair pose. In chair pose, we want to feel a nice long spine. Our booty is not tucked up or down. It should be very in line with the spine. Belly button to spine can always help. Shoulders down and back. Now, if you have this, imagine sitting in a chair, so even lower a little more. Keeping that flat back, your booty lowers down. You should feel your legs lighting up. Shoulders down and back, arms long. One more breath here. Inhale, arms reach up, salute, and then keep them down to the sides. Just for an transition. Arms reach up and to heart center. Pressing your palms. Inhale here. Exhale, release any tension. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, swan dive. Our next chaturanga. Plant your hands down, step back. In one exhale, lower to the ground. Inhale, lift yourself up, dog. Exhale, down dog, hips to the sky. Walking out your down dog. Inhale, right leg to the sky, toes down. From here, we're gonna bend our knee, opening up the hip. While you do this, make sure both hands are truly pressing into the mat. And equally as well. So you're not lifting one part of your upper body. The only thing that's really opening to the side here is our hip. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, low lunge. Place your right foot between both hands. From here, we're gonna pick ourselves up to a crescent lunge. I'm gonna turn around again so that I can face you. So from here, with control, you pick yourself up to a higher lunge called crescent lunge. To find, to find a little more freedom and movement here, keeping your legs as still as possible and your core, we're going to bring our arms in circles, back and then front, keeping that easy breath flowing throughout the body. And then other direction. Beautiful. Coming back to center here. Arms come to heart center. From here, we're going to challenge ourselves slightly. So bring your right hand behind you, left hand forward, a little twist. And then back to heart center. At the same time we're doing this, we're keeping our legs still. Left hand behind, right hand forward. And back to center. And from here, opening up the arms, warrior two. Your back leg should be at a 45-degree angle, both heels in line. You can take your hands to your hips for a moment to make sure that they're on the same plane as well. And then open up your arms, warrior two. Gaze forward, bending the knee, and then lengthening a little bit more. Just kind of working out all the kinks in our warrior two. And then coming to a still place, bending that front knee, feeling nice and strong. Inhale here, exhale, stay. Next inhale, reach your left arm, right arm forward, and then pick your right arm up, reverse warrior. And then bring your elbow to your knee, left hand reaches forward, side ankle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle. Right hand to knee, or right elbow to knee. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down, finding that low lunge again. From here, we're gonna bring our right foot back to a push-up position, and then flow through a chaturanga. Exhaling down, inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Walking out your down dog for a moment. And then inhale, left leg to the sky. First, make sure toes are down, lengthening all limbs. And then bend your left knee, opening up that hip. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring your foot forward, landing between both hands, finding low lunge. From here, we'll pick ourselves up to crescent lunge. Inhale, arms strong. Finding that high lunge, breathing here. And then finding circles on this side. So just really feeling those strong arms, or those strong legs while your arms float around. And then other direction. And then from here, staying, gazing forward for one breath. Inhale, arms open up, warrior two. Take a moment, make sure your back leg is at, or back 45-degree angle, heels are in line, and hips are on the same plane. Open up your arms, gaze forward. From here, bending your knee, and then going back to your warrior two, just kind of feeling all the corners here. And then coming to a still warrior two, gazing forward for one more breath. Inhale, arm reaches forward and scoops up, reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle. Left elbow to knee, right arm reaches forward. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior, left arm to sky. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down to that low lunge. From here, bring your left leg back to a push-up position, your chaturanga. You can always bend your knees and do your push-up like this for a modification. Then instead of going to up dog, you can always just stay in a cobra. And then we'll come back to down dog together. From here, drop your knees, opening up, finding child's pose once more. We're gonna take just a moment so you can have a sip of water is the perfect time for that. Or just breathe and listen to your heartbeat. From here, bring both hands over to the right side, still in a child's pose here, opening up the side body. And then bring them over to the left side. And then back forward. One more breath here. Inhale, coming to a tabletop position. And then cat-cow just once through. Inhale, cow. Tuck your toes, down dog. Walking out your down dog here for a moment. Now listen carefully. Bring both heels to the sky and then place them over to the right side so you're on the sides of your feet here. Arms are stretched in front of you equally. Inhale, heels up over to the left side. Feeling a little more stretch in your legs, maybe your upper body. And then back to your normal down dog. Inhale, right leg to the sky, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, place your knee between both hands, that low lunge. From here, we're actually gonna pick ourselves up all the way to warrior two. So finding that cartwheel of the arms, opening up to warrior two. Of course, taking a moment to make sure everything is lined, both heels in line, hips on the same plane. Opening up. Find that drishti, a point of focus in front of you. Reach with your right arm towards that point. Scoop, reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle. This time, stay here. Maybe find circles with your left arm, keeping everything else still in other direction. Now from here, we're gonna place our left hand on the ground, which is gonna take us all the way around. So we're in the center of our mat in this wide-legged fold. Dropping your head. Maybe your hands come behind you a little bit, maybe behind your ankles. Next, inhale, place your hands behind or in front of your shoulders. Lift up, halfway lift. Exhale, down. From here, we're gonna come over to one side, bending the right leg, extending the left. And then over to the other side. We're gonna flow through this a couple more times. I encourage you to find another place for your arms. Maybe it's opening up or just planted on the ground somewhere. Then over to the other side. Try to connect with your body, what feels good. And then coming back to that wide-legged fold, center fold. Gaze towards your right leg. We're going to walk over, finding that triangle that we've done before. So both toes are facing forward, dropping the head, maybe bending the knees if you need that. Find a place that feels really good. From here, gaze about a foot in front of you. You're gonna pick the left leg up. First, making it parallel with the ground. Your left leg should be shooting out with energy behind, while your right leg holds you up. As you do this, notice your toes and notice your foot. Is your foot leaning more on one side or the other? Try to make your right foot equal, balancing on all of the foot. From here, we're gonna come to standing split. So dropping your head and bringing your left leg as high as it can. Reaching that leg to the sky. And then bending your knee, bringing left foot and right foot together for forward fold. Bending the knees and lengthening. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms rise, absolute. Heart opener to the sky. To heart center, pressing your hands together. Inhale, absolute. Exhale, swan dive your chaturanga. Meeting in down dog. Can bend your knees here and lengthen. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Exhale, bring your left foot forward to that low lunge. I'm gonna switch around again. With control, on that inhale, reach up, finding warrior two. Taking a moment to make sure everything's in line. Heels in line, hips, same plane. Arms open up, gaze over your left fingertips. Find a point of focus, and then you reach towards that point. Inhale, reverse warrior. Left fingertips to the sky, or more behind. Exhale, side angle, elbow to knee. Right arm forward. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle, staying here. Feeling your legs strong and still as your right arm circles around. And then reverse direction. Now placing your right hand on the ground, carrying you around to our wide-legged stretch here. This time I encourage you to kind of play around. Maybe move your hips side to side, then dropping down to a place that feels really good. Another thing you can do is clasp your hands behind you, stretching your shoulders. So your hands reach up to the sky as the rest of your upper body floats towards the earth. Inhale, hands right below shoulders, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bend your knees, and then slowly roll up through each vertebrae, but keep your knees bent. Finding a nice long spine as our knees are bent. Goddess or horse pose. Arms reach up high, and then to heart center. Shoulders down and back. Once we're here, we'll stay for 3 breaths. Pressing all of the foot into the mat equally, from your heel to your toes. Your legs lighting up, spine long, crown to the sky. After those 3 breaths, lengthen up to a star pose. Now from here, you're gonna bring your toes back in. And then we'll flat back all the way down forward to that point where we can no longer flat back. Drop your hands and then drop down into your wide-legged stretch again. You can bend your knees and lengthen. Next, inhale, gaze towards your left foot. And then we're gonna bring our upper body forward and then both toes face towards the side. We're in this runner's lunge or triangle again. So you can bend your knees if that feels good. Just make sure your upper body is resting forward. One more breath here. And then gaze forward about a foot, bringing your right leg up so it's parallel with the ground. Feeling like your foot is shooting towards the back of the room. Now bringing focus on our left foot here, making sure that all points of our foot is equally on the mat. We're not leaning to one side or the other. Now from here, drop your upper body and bring your right leg as high as it possibly can. Standing split. Bending your knee, finding forward fold. From here, we're gonna just do a little transition, just a nice movement for the body. You're gonna bring your hands not quite below, but just a little bit in front, maybe about 2 feet in front. And you're gonna come up to your tipsy toes. Make sure your legs are actually, before you do that, make sure your legs are a little wider than your hips. And then comes up to your tipsy toes. Bend your knees. This is called garland pose. It's a prep for crow. Crow is a more challenging pose, which we'll do maybe in Vinyan, if you stay for that. So just flowing through a garland. So what that is, again, is you're on your tipsy toes, your arms are in front of you, which allows your spine to be long, and then you're bending. It's a nice hip stretch as your legs kind of work. So you can either stay still and just feel the stretch, or do what I'm doing, kind of up and down, work in the legs. One more breath here, and then lengthening up back to basically a forward fold. Keeping your hip or your feet nice and wide is totally fine. And then bending your knees and lengthening. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms rise up, salute. To heart center. Pressing your hands together, shoulders down and back. Now from exactly where you are, you're going to bring the left leg and step on it forward. From here, tree pose. So right foot comes to your ankle or above your knee. You just don't want to be on the knee. I'm gonna go to ankle today too. Keeping this right hip open, shoulders down and back, gazing forward. We'll stay here for a moment, so try to find stillness in this pose as your arms find freedom. So find a place where your arms would like to be. Maybe it's just playing with movement, feeling like a tree in tree pose. 3 more breaths. The next inhale, bring your knee up, hugging it in. And then you'll simply drop that leg and then bring both feet, shoulders down and back. Inhale, arms up to heart center. And then extend your right leg, step on the right leg. We'll find tree on this side. Left leg comes, or left foot comes up to either the ankle or the above the knee. Try to find balance here. So whatever you did on the first side. And then from here, find a point of focus. When you find stillness, find a place for your arms. And maybe that's flowing through a few movements. And then find a place for 3 breaths. Grounded and rooted, growing in the now. Woo. And then bring your left leg up, nice hug. And then release that leg down. From here, we'll bend our knees and come to mountain pose. Palms facing forward. Inhale, arms reach up high. Exhale, swan dive, your last chaturanga. Exhaling together, inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. One more full body breath in your down dog. And then exhale, dropping your knees, coming to a tabletop position. From here, we're gonna go to melting heart right away. A nice relaxing yin movement. So bring your hands out in front, and then your tailbone's gonna reach high to the sky. You want your chest, ideally, to maybe even touch the mat. You want it to reach towards the mat. And then dropping your head, finding relaxation in this pose. When I first did this pose, I felt so tight in my armpit area and this part of my arm. So that's good. You want to stretch that if you're feeling that. So encourage that stretch, just don't go too far. You want to really be nice to your body, so maybe a pillow underneath your chest is a good idea. But just opening up the heart, feeling that arm stretch as your back opens up as well to the sky. Three more breaths here. On your next inhale, we'll come forward, tabletop position. Flowing through a few cat-cows at your own pace. Cat first, because of we just did the opposite for the spine. And then inhale, cow. Maybe finding that curiosity again. What feels good, go there. Then coming to a still tabletop again. Both feet go over to one side as you sit back. And then we'll meet at somewhere near the front of the mat for a hug of the knees real quick. And then we're gonna flow back and forth like a ball, just 3 times to kind of massage our back. So how I like to do this is tuck your chin, making sure that there's curving throughout your entire spine, and then slowly back and forth. I have a speaker here, so it might be a little different for me, but go for it. Just 3 times. And then coming back, bring in your knees for a hug. We're gonna do a quick core workout, boat pose. So from here, you're gonna lower down with control and then inhale, lengthen arms, lengthen legs, boat pose. You can bend your knees if that feels better. And then lengthen, and then come down to low boat, and then high boat, and then drop your knees down, opening up to a butterfly pose. So your feet come together. You can get a pillow underneath your booty if that helps. Inhale here, shoulders down and back. Reach your arms to the sky, and then come forward, stretching our back forward. You can use your elbows to stretch your legs out a little more. Keep your hands on your feet, or keep them out in front of you. Find a place that feels good. We'll be here for a moment. Three more breaths where you are. And then rise up through each vertebrae, keeping your butterfly here. You're gonna bring your left hand to your right knee, right hand behind you for a little spinal twist. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist. And then other side. Right hand to left knee, left hand behind you. Make sure you keep both hips equally on the ground. And then inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist. And then forward. Bringing your legs out to a forward fold. Arms reach up high. Exhale, forward. Your hands can be on the ground, on your feet, or on your ankles. Just make sure your upper body is dropping forward. Three more breaths here. And then lengthening up, finding a nice long spine, bringing your knees up just slightly. You're gonna bring your hands behind your legs and then slowly drop down with control all the way down to the ground. Arms lengthen, toes lengthen, full body stretch. Now arms come to your sides, hands right on the ground by your body. Bring your legs up, feet just a few inches away from your booty. And then tucking your tailbone so the rest of your back, the full body of your back is on the mat. Inhale, bridge pose. Lifting up, your feet and your shoulder are on the mat. Your upper body should be stretching out, keeping your knees towards each other, kind of pressing in. Exhale back down. We'll do this 2 more times at your own pace, making sure to tuck the tailbone, pelvis, and then inhale, reach up. Exhale back down. 1 more time. And then slowly rolling through each vertebrae all the way down. Once you get there, bring your knees in, give them a hug. And then roll your hips around in circles, connecting to that curiosity, what feels good. Now, lengthening your legs so they're in somewhat of a forward fold, and then bend your knees, finding a tabletop position, and then bring both knees over to the right side, stacking knees, stacking ankles. Arms open up wide, gazing the opposite direction. Letting go in this spinal twist. Maybe your legs open up a little. Making it your spinal twist. What feels good? Just a few more breaths on this side. On your next inhale, gazing over towards your knees and then picking them up, coming back to the center. You can bring your knees in for a little hug. And then lengthen your legs out towards the sky. Bend your knees so they are in a tabletop. And then both knees go over to the left side, stacking knees, stacking ankles, opening up the arms, gazing the opposite direction. Finding that place that feels good for you. Deep body breaths. Just a few more breaths. Then gaze towards your legs, picking them up, coming back to the center. Bringing that in for a little hug. Then any last movements that feel good. Maybe it's bringing your knees in towards your armpits for a little more of a hip stretch. Maybe it's just bringing your knees in circles, loosening up the hips. And then when you're ready, extend the legs. Heels face in towards one another, dropping the toes, arms to your sides. Relaxing all bones on the mat. Finding Shavasana. Resting to receive all of the benefits from this morning's class. Begin wiggling fingers and toes, waking up the body. Welcoming a big breath flowing through the arms, the body, the legs, the toes, and back through the full body. And then coming to one side to pick yourself back up gently, sitting back to where we began. Now, if you can remember which leg you had in front, do the opposite one for balance. And then same thing, maybe rolling up the mat or finding a blanket for a nice long spine. Shoulders down and back. Inhale, arms up to the sky. And over to the left side, opening up the side body. Gazing up, finding that heart opener. And then coming forward, dropping the head. Rolling up through each vertebrae, arms are reach up to the right side, and then gazing up, and then to the front. Rolling through each vertebrae, arms are reach up, last time, into heart center. Thank you so much for class. Namaste.
Hi, friend. Oh, sorry, I muted you.
Ah,
Hi.
I'm good. Can you hear me?
Feel all stretchy now?
I do feel all stretchy. Thank you. I needed that this morning.
Well, thank you for joining us.
Yeah, it was lovely.
You're lovely.
So are you. Both of you.
And Alexandra is very lovely.
Yes.
And Pearl kept looking at her and crying.
Pearl did?
Yeah, Pearl's in the office.
Oh, hi, Pearl.
I'll tell her you said hello. I'm surprised you didn't come out.
No, it's all right.
Oh, she did. Oh, cute.
Hi, Pearl.
Hi, Uncle David. Waggling, waggling.
Aw.
Okay. Talk to you later.
All right, sounds good. Thank you again.
Bye.
Bye.